said, show me a friend and I'll tell you who you are. And you've been around some of my friends, and when I bring you along, they usually fit in. So. That didn't really work that well, did it? Okay, Greg, sorry, didn't work. Being a guy from Macclesfield, the birthplace of Peter Crouch, by the way. Yeah, you knew that. Sanjay didn't. Good research, right? You know that in 2004, the Times had a research, published research of all towns in Britain, and Macclesfield came in last. It's basically the least cultural town in Britain. And now you live in London, living a high life. You live in a big city, right? You come a long way. And now you're supposed to heckle me and say, a long way? It's only 176 miles down the M6. And then we go into this long conversation about which is better, the metric system or the imperial system. And I make my points, and you'd say, well, yeah, metric is always made up and that, and the imperial system is made up of human concepts like your arms, your fingers, your ankles, whatever.
Your ankles?
At the end of the night, though,
the famous 17 ankle distance.
At the end of the night, though, you would admit that the metric system is superior, although French, but it is superior. But I don't want any Eurocrats shoving it down my throat.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
What
are you on about? Get on with it. Is that what it says on there?
Shut up. I'm no Al Murray, and let's be honest, you're not that funny either. But so I'm not going to tell that too many stories, but there are maybe a couple. But there's a time when my sister, age 16 at the time, my sister was. Yeah. Everyone tempted they get back to her, but not to her. Yeah. Drank you under the table. 16, small, skinny, Norwegian girl. Drank, fat, big English bloke under the table.
She kept pouring it over her shoulder.
I don't believe it. I reckon
And also in Berlin, when we were attacked by some Union Berlin hooligans. Union Berlin is like a, say, third division team without fans have a bit of a reputation.
He's getting married, so he's with his friends and he's taking the story. He's getting married.
Stag, no.
So we basically were. They nicked our scarves. We bought scarves for the occasions, right? So these hooligans nicked our scarves, and instead of kicking it off, and claiming one for England, John quietly walked over, politely asked for our scarves back, explaining, I'm a scarf collector from England. I still have that scarf.
Well, they gave it back.
I got that scarf.
What, they gave it back?
They gave it back. Or when you taken out, I presume, a well-deserved toilet break on the tube, in between stations on the Bakerloo line. That night before the 1997 FA Cup final, when Wise went up to win the FA. Oh, sorry, I'm getting up.
Back to me,
mate. Taking a well-deserved toilet break, not really paying attention to the tannoy or the mind the gap doors closing. We almost lost, what I presume now is Adriana's favourite toy. And, I don't really know what she sees in you, so it must be the sex. I mean, it must be the sex. It is?
Yeah,
it's not your spreadsheet of football. I don't know. And he showed up at my wedding without any trousers. He travelled from one. Oh, he did. He flew for hours and went to wedding and he. Oh yeah, I've had mine. It's been at the cleaners and stuff. I haven't got my trousers. And he phones me up and says, I'm at the photographer, yeah? Well, have you got trousers?
You tell them that. You just got a couple of things to think about. Yeah. One of the worst things would be showing up and
So he borrowed. He basically phoned all of my mates in the hotel. So he managed to borrow a pair from a rather large mate of mine. But luckily for you, though, John, you're the kind of bloke who looks good in anything.
Oh, he's called gay.
From the replica shirt of Liverpool. And I remember that this is one. I think this sums up Jonathan really. So I was at work one day. It was 4 o'clock. Or I was going to go home because in our country we shut the Christian hours, so we shut at 4. 2 to 4. Jonathan phones up. Hey, Lars! And yeah, hey, where are you? I'm in Australia. And you know, he was so excited. The phone was fucking glowing on my end, believe me. And he said, "You are, in fact, Lars, you are the only one in the world that can understand the significance of what I've just witnessed." And what's going on? Solomon Islands just beat New Zealand, and a big cheer went up on the other side. And I think that was that's John. You know, I needed someone to share that with. But what I enjoy most, though, John, with our friendship, is our conversations and discussions that we have whenever I'm over at your place, and we can sit until 5 in the morning and
Talking bollocks.
talking bollocks. Yeah, we start out with football and we touch onto bollocks, and then politics. And for example, we could start out on is the fact that Ecuador plays their home internationals at a very high altitude, unfavourable to the opposition.
Yeah,
and then we touch on to that. Well, yeah, it makes the other
it's
team.
not really for Hollywood.
It makes the other team funny, doesn't it? But then again, Ecuadorians are funny. I mean, after all, they vote for Evo Morales. I've been trying to suss out who of you are going to point out that mistake. No one had the guts to do it. But
There's a video going on, so
Alright. Which brings me back basically to what the wise guy was saying about show me your friends and tell you who you are. And everywhere when I bring John around, they say like, where'd you meet this guy? I mean, he's fantastic, and he's so funny, and he knows everything. And my response is usually, yeah, it's annoying though, isn't it? But deep down though, John, what I feel is pride. I'm really, really proud of the fact that I can call you my friend, and I'm really, really proud that you in your personal sphere and be your friend. I really appreciate it.
Well, mate.